What is up, gamers? Staxwell's back at it again today, and we took down our local ProQuest with Briar. It was Royal Briar, so we're just going to jump straight into the deck tech. I am going to post a video of me opening this. Me and the boys went to Applebee's after the tournament. Opened this up, it was a good time, so stick around to the end of the video to see what the gold foil was. Again, I was on Briar, Royal Briar, so let's just jump straight into the deck list. This was the only headpiece I played, it's the only one you need. That cash-in just gives you the additional speed and value. You need to keep up with Fi. It gives you those big burst turns to beat the Oldums and to beat the Icelanders and things like that. Cash-in pays through Frostbites, helps you out against Lexi. Like, it just gives you the big turn you need to swing the momentum in your favor. I wouldn't consider going back to the Crown of Providence. I think this is just so much better so I don't even side Crown of Providence. I just can't think of a matchup where this wouldn't be good. This is just probably the reason to play this deck now, and it is the best card in the deck. This is my normal equipment suite here. Against aggro, I play this, and then I have AV3 for the Wizards. So that's it for the equipment. Let's jump into the main. We have 3 E-Strike, 3 Swarming, 3 Lightning, Surge, 3 Rabble. Not a lot to talk about with these guys. I think every Briar deck's playing them. 3 Cokes and 3 Arcanic Shockwave. These are the 0-for-4s I chose to play. A lot of people would say, why don't you play Entwined Lightning instead of this? This blocks for 3. Not every matchup is a race. Not every matchup is got to go fast. Sometimes you need to block for 3. Fuse the Lightning, Arsenal the Lightning. Like, this could be a 0-for-5. We want to get above rate on all of our cards. Most decks are shooting for 3.5, points of value on each card. Briar's like shooting for like 4.2. So I think this is hitting that mark, and Entwined Lightning's not. Being able to block for 3 also helps out in like I said, the Guardian matchups and whatnot. Cokes, a lot of people say, why do you play that card? It's so bad. If you think this card's bad, you just don't have enough reps on Cokes. You just don't have enough reps on Briar. On a channel mount turn, if you hit with this, give a Quicken token and draw a card, your card with channel mount is worth like 7 points of value, and then their card is worth 3 block, right? So, you're netting 4 damage off this card if you draw an attack action. Sorry, that's just Nugget. Y'all know he's a reoccurring annoyance on the channel here. But yeah, Cokes is great. It's also good in the other plans too, right? Sometimes you want to block with 3 cards and play out a 0-for-4. Block with 3 cards, play this, draw a card, get a Quicken token, and then, take the next turn and you could crack back almost with a 6-card hand, right? Arsenal, 4 cards, and a Quicken token. And Cokes is broken. Every game plan is just great. 3 Snatch, 3 Scar for Scar. This is in every deck, no explanation needed. 3 Sonata, 3 Nimblism. I think these are also in every deck. Earthlore Surge Red is low-key one of the best cards in the deck. Like I said, Briar, we're trying to do above rate things, so we pitch a blue, play this, play a 0-for-4, go again, and then we have 1 floating, so we swing with Rosetta. So that's 5, 0-for-4, that's 9, Rosetta 10, 11, 12, 13 damage off 3 cards. So we're getting above that 4 damage per card rate, which is exactly what we want. If we do that all game, then we're obviously going to win. Other people's decks are built to get 3.5 damage a card. We're trying to get above 4 damage a card. So Earthlore Surge Red, like I said, low-key one of the best. Bramble Spark in a similar vein. This, it does present 0-for-4, so it's technically above rate, as most non-attacks are just 0-for-3. So I like it. 3 Channel. I wish I'd seen this card more. Don't look at this deck and think like, oh, well, it's a high rolling deck. If you draw a Channel, you win. I actually didn't draw Channel in any of my aggro mirrors, unfortunately. The only matchup I think I seen Channel, I didn't see it against Dash, I didn't see it against Fi, I didn't see it against... Yeah, the only one I seen it, I didn't even see it against Bravo, I don't think. The only one I seen it against was Oldum, and it was Fatigue Oldum, so of course I'm going to see my channels. He nearly decked me out. I seen all of them, and then I put them back, and I didn't see him again, but I almost seen 5 of them that game. Cash-in, absolutely broken. For those of you who don't know, you could pay through Frostbites with this. So if Ice Lexi decides she wants to just Arctic Incarceration you could still just hold your cash-in and make a huge play. And against Icelander, you want to play your 0-for-4 first, hope that they Frostbite you, and then come in with cash-in, paying through the Frostbite with the gold, just paying the gold, and that covers everything, including the Frostbite. Gargantuan Tome, also best card in the deck, broken. Then my blues here, nothing too crazy, nothing too out of the ordinary. So that's the main. I think it's 55, and then I like to try and add 5 cards in. Sometimes I do take this stuff out, but that's just like a good starting point, I guess you could say. I tried to make that list as consistent as I could against every deck. I tried to just choose like the best. I wanted it to be 54. I added that burgeoning in last second to make it 55, but I tried to make it 54. I think these are the 54 best Briar cards you could play. And then, you know, you side into everything else. I think a lot of people are going to make me go second. I think CNC is just almost staple in Briar. You kind of have to play it. They're going to make you go second. Perfect. Bring in CNC. Swing the tempo back in your favor off rip. This is... Oh, and also, like, it's just so good in the aggro mirror, too. Like, I'll try and post the VOD. I'll try and see if I can find it on Twitch or whatever. But in my top 4, the guy was a higher seed. He chose to go first. He arsenaled Art of War. It was a 5-player. And it was just, like, exactly what I expected. We had to talk before the top 8 or top 4 game. And I was like, he's going to make me go first. I'm going to CNC his Arsenal. And that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, almost staple. Bring this in almost every time you're going second. 3 this round's on me. This card's also almost main decked. A lot of people probably look at this list and be like, oh, it's just for fire or whatever. So I'm giving you the sideboard here. No Patreon subscription required. But I side this against almost everything. I side it against Oldham. I side it against Bravo. We're trying to get above rate on all of our cards here. This blocks for 4. Fantastic. This also just unlocks our hand. And giving, you know, like Oldham, giving him another card, is that really going to matter? You know what I mean? It might unlock our entire hand if our whole hand is like non-attack actions, and this gives us the attack action we need. This unlocks our whole hand, probably gives us an extra like 15 damage, whereas for him it just gives him another 3 block. It's not a huge deal. And it, like I said, it blocks for 4. One of the best cards in the deck. I bring it in, honestly, like 90% of matchups. 3 Sigil. This could be Sync Below, but you need to have some kind of D-React. You need it for the Oldhams, for the Bravos, for the Lexis, for the Dorinthias, for all those kinds of things. I wouldn't play more than 3 D-Reacts, but I chose this one. Again, I'm trying to get above rate 4.2 on all my cards, so I want this to block for 4 and ping for 1, giving me 5 value on 1 card. And a little bit of a spoiler alert here, for those who are going to watch the VOD, but this is actually how I won my top 2 match. I sigiled him, and the arcane damage was lethal, so I like this card. I'm really high on it right now, obviously, but you know, at your discretion. Sync Below is also really good. The rest of these cards are very much for your local meta, right? I think most metas you're going to want to play Sotomaro. There's going to be decks who are going to try and go long with you, so putting your channel back and drawing a card and being a blue earth is kind of invaluable on this. So I think this is like one of the more common side cards. I think you play that most of the time. These last 5 are definitely local meta depending. Almost everyone in Vegas plays Fi. It's a little bit annoying, to be honest, but so yeah, I play 3 That All You Got and 3 This Round's on me. I'm not trying to lose to that deck, and it worked out for me. And then I play a Precedent E-Pot. These are just very good generic cards that, because you know it's 55, so sometimes I just like, I'm going second, right, and I just put 3 CNC and I just want 2 other generically decent cards. I'll put in those. This is kind of for Icelander. I wasn't expecting a lot of Icelander. Looking back, I probably should have been a little bit more prepared for it, but just knowing my local meta, I know there was no Icelander going to be showing up to this event. So that was the deck tech. Thanks guys for sticking around and watching till the end. Don't forget the gold foil video is coming here. Stick around a little bit longer for that. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks gamers. Appreciate it.
We got Staxwell here, winning the ProQuest here in Vegas. Now gonna open the first place gold foil after getting his PTI. Let's see what we get.
All right.
Winning with Briar.
Oh, it's graded.
Yeah,
it's graded.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready for that.
It's graded. Ready? Oh! Achilles Hell yeah!
Hey, all
Damn,
right.
that looks sexy. That looks real sexy.